Let's do a little astrology reading on Mr. Netanyahu.
He is a Sagittarius rising with Venus on the ascendant. He has his sun and moon in Libra, Mercury in Libra, Mars in Leo. I've said this before, people that have Venus on their rising sign are usually pretty popular. They can be very persuasive. People can feel just somewhat attracted to these people, and maybe that they are like a natural leader or naturally people that can gain support easily because they have this Venusian pleasing and just socially acceptable energy on their rising sign, so they can get a lot farther in life. They can be famous, they can get ahead, they can be good at like manipulation and just good at relationships. That Venusian energy on the rising sign is making relationships a key point of this person's life, and networking and just using relationships in a way to get what you want out of life. People with strong Sagittarius placements often are very dogmatic, very opinionated. They have their way. They believe that their way is the only way, the right way, the correct way to do things. This can be very dogmatic, sometimes religious. Sometimes they can use their religion or their beliefs to try to get what they want in the world. They can identify a lot with their beliefs, so they like to really make like their belief system, their religion, or whatever it might be, a key part of their character and their personality, and they like to really integrate those two things together. Libra sun conjunct moon, that is a very harsh energy. These people are super emotional and usually act upon their emotions. They can be sometimes manipulative to other people around them and to get what they want. They can be a little delusional as well, especially since he has that Neptune there with his moon and Mercury. Very rash and harsh, since it is all square to Uranus and Cancer. That brings in more of a impulsive nature, wanting to be a bit more ruthless, and definitely very self-motivated. Anyone who has sun moon together are known to be a bit conceited, a bit confident, like overconfident, and very focused on oneself, sometimes in a narcissistic manner or just a manner that puts other people's feelings and emotions and how you affect someone else on the back burner. You're number one in that case with sun conjunct moon. Jupiter in the second house shows he is very focused on money, on building wealth. Usually people that have Jupiter in the second house are wealthy, have had a lot of luck in that area of life, and it is the ruler of his rising sign, Sagittarius. Chiron's there as well, so there's a level of maybe using people or hurting people to increase one's wealth. That's all tied in as well with his Saturn and his midheaven in Virgo, because Saturn rules that second house of Capricorn. And having Virgo on your midheaven makes you someone that people feel like you are maybe organized. They see you in a way that is very like put together, and maybe throughout his life, people had viewed him like that, maybe an organized, very strict, responsible type of a person, especially since Saturn is there. A little bit harsh, maybe difficult to deal with, someone that is maybe hard to work with in the workplace, or hard to collaborate with, hard to get along with, thinks that they're always right, that kind of energy. Mars and Leo people love attention. They love to be recognized. They love to be favored. They like to have attention and to be congratulated. Mars conjunct Pluto people can often be very aggressive, very physical, very harsh, and sometimes even abusive, just depending on the other things in the chart. I think the main things I'm seeing is that Pluto conjunct Mars, and then that Uranus in Cancer square to his Libra planets. That all together is bringing in a certain level of needing to have control and having an impulsive, harsh, very like ruthless kind of energy. That's the main word that I'm seeing here with those specific things, is ruthless and definitely self-motivated. Little mini reading on Netanyahu. Let me know your guys' feedback below, and if you want me to read anyone else's charts.